Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers, always wearing the shirt, face and name, right? Just burn it into your little skull. So one day you'll say, I need an advisor. And who will you think of? Right here. Just look, hey, eyes up here though. We're going to talk about the Roth IRA today, right? Okay. We're usually a little geeky around here. It's kind of our fun thing to do. We love data and all that stuff. But sometimes if we overlook the basics, people have questions. So we're going to go over the Roth IRA from start to finish. The first thing that you want to know, a Roth IRA, it's just an account. That's all it is. It does nothing if you don't take action. You can open a savings account, but until you put money in there, nothing happens, right? A checking account, 401k, whatever. So we want to know that a Roth IRA is an account type. The account type has tax advantages. The way this works is you put dollars in there and you're never taxed on the growth. The IRS assumes that those dollars that go in have already been taxed, right? So you don't get a tax form or anything. There'll be no deductions. You won't be filing anything special on your tax return. Just you put money in, whatever it grows to, you can have tax-free. That's why it's so popular there. Now, inside that, let's say you put $1,000 in, you just get it started, or you're starting it for a family member or whatever. Well, once you put it in there, something has to happen. I know this may sound elementary to some of you, but I've seen so many people transfer Roth IRAs here to Jazz. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. 66th best advisor in the United States, thanks to USA Today. I'll just point that out. But I've seen so many people transfer Roth IRAs, 10,000, 15,000, whatever, and they never were invested. And they're like, dude, I'm transferring it to you because it's not growing. Well, when you put money in there, you have to take action and do something. You can buy a stock. You can buy a mutual fund, an ETF, a commodity, a currency. You can pretty much do anything you want besides like collectibles and fine art, right? So take that action. Either find someone that can help you. Hey, how you doing? Or get in there and buy something. It can be an index fund, whatever you like. So once you put the money in, get it invested. All right. Now, it's growing throughout the years, okay? Well, what happens when you get old enough, 59 and a half, and you say, I'd like to start taking money out? Okay, if you're taking money out, it's called a qualified distribution. You take the money out, there's no tax, there's nothing there. You will get a tax form that shows you took money out, but it won't move the needle on your taxes or anything. You'll just simply file it. But when you take money out, it's all yours to spend. No questions asked. Also, in a Roth IRA, you are not required to take money out. And I'm talking specifically about a Roth IRA, not an inherited Roth or any other type of account. You don't have to take it out. Other retirement accounts, when you reach a certain age, between 72 and 75, depending on where you're at now, when you reach a certain age, they force you to take it out. And that's because those accounts are taxable, or taxed as ordinary income. In a Roth IRA, nobody cares, right? Because the IRS isn't going to touch it. There's nothing that they really care about doing there. All right, a couple other things. If along the way you put money in, let's say you're 35 years old, you start the Roth IRA and you're just putting money in and you figured out your number and all that. If you put in too much, well, the money that you put in was already taxed. So the government said, we don't care. If you want to take it back out, it's totally cool. If there's earnings in there, we've got a problem with that. Don't touch that money. So if I put $1,000 in and 2 days later I go, ooh, I need that $1,000, you can take it right back out. This is the reason why there's no excuse for anybody to start a Roth IRA. Money goes in, you make a mistake financially, something happens, the roof falls off your house, I don't know, I hope that doesn't happen. You can take the money back out, okay? Now, there are other reasons you can take out more than that. You could be a first-time home buyer. You can take up to $10,000 from the Roth IRA if you'd like to put down on a house, build a house, whatever it is you're doing there. You could do that. You could have medical expenses. You could become disabled. You could go back to school, right? So there's a lot of little fine print things in there where they say, hey, if you need to take the money out, we're going to look the other way. We will not penalize you. If you are under the age of 59 and a half, there's a 5-year rule that wraps around the 59 and a half. Don't worry about that for now. But if you're, let's say, 40 years old and you take out more than your contributions, well, you're going to be penalized 10% because you promised that you would leave the growth there. So don't do that. We can always take out our contributions. So a Roth IRA, tax-free account, it grows tax-free. You don't have to really mess with anything on your taxes because, well, there's not really any taxes to be had there. And of course, we want to invest it so that it grows, right? Start to finish. There you go. Roth IRA in a short little blip there. Hope that helps you in some way. If this was new or not new to you and you already understand this, send it to somebody that you want to get started investing. Let's see if we can get them going. All right. Thanks for watching. See you.